All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're live. Welcome to Jim Unke Court in the Luther Student Center on the campus of Martin Luther College here in New Ulm, Minnesota for tonight's MLC non-conference basketball action against Wisconsin Lutheran College. We heard there were at least 32 people waiting on the stream, so it's time to go alongside my partner, Wayne Chevy from Wisconsin Lutheran College. My name is Jeff Wickman. We're going to try and get through this together. If you can see us on the live stream, we're right here. We look like a walking, talking Christmas show here in our red and green. It's all very exciting. We can't wait to bring the game to you. First real game action for both teams tonight. Non-conference season opener for both. Both teams are kind of doing a trip on the weekend. Two teams from Milwaukee coming in WLC and MSOE, and they're playing Martin Luther College here in New Ulm and Bethany Lutheran College in Mankato. So MSOE is in Mankato tonight playing Bethany, and then we'll flip-flop for tomorrow's 2 o'clock games. Chev, these are two teams that are in two very different places over the last couple of years. Tell us where WLC's been and how the Warriors have been doing the last couple of years, what they're looking forward to this year.
WLC has won 3 of the last 4 regular season conference championships. Haven't been able to get over the hump to win that conference championship to get into the NCAA tournament, but with 4 starters returning and a few more experienced players, they're high on their opportunities. They're looking forward to coming here, seeing what you can do. MLC at least has gotten an exhibition game in. We've only had a scrimmage, so this is really the first game action against a different team, and I know Coach Onenson is looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, what kind of stuff? I know you got to talk to Coach Onenson a little bit. What kind of game are we going to see from the Warriors here tonight? What are they going to bring to the table?
It's going to be high pressure. They're going to get out on you on defense. They're going to try to go full court, turn you over, and they're going to come in waves. The roster has 24 people on it, and to be quite honest, there are 20 people who have experience on the squad. So it would not surprise me to see 15 to 18 people play. Obviously, we're going to see what the wind is like. Are they able to get up and down the court and get into transition and get some easy baskets? So last year they outscored their opponents by 12 a game, and they're going to try to do the same this year.
Yeah, Coach Aaron Onenson, he's in his 7th year at WLC. Had a nice record at Lakeland before that for 9 years. Last year's record, 19-8 overall, 14-3 in the conference, National Athletics Collegiate Conference. Runners-up in the conference, like you said, couldn't get over the hump. Now the Knights, on the other hand, it's been a struggle the last couple of years. Coming in with a record 2-23 last year, didn't get a dub in the UMAC, Upper Midwest Athletic Conference. Greg Holtz here in his 8th year, but he's excited about this new year. They lost 1 rotational player from last year in Ezra Bloomer. He's got his 4 starters back as well. They've got an exhibition game under their belt against Dakota State, and they competed really, really well in that game. I got to see most of that game. Sophomore center Ethan Genstead comes in, pretty much dominated the middle of the game, put up 30 points in that game on 50% shooting. So lots to look forward to this year. Last year, a struggle with the turnovers. Their assist-to-turnover ratio was in the negative. So we'll see how that plays out against WLC's pressure today. That was rough last year. That pressure hurt them last year quite a bit.
I probably know enough just to be dangerous about MLC. What I'm assuming is they're just going to keep coming. Obviously, they're about half the roster, but that doesn't mean they're going to have any letdown. They're going to keep, they're going to keep working hard to make sure to fend off the pressure and to hopefully get some. They want to get some easy baskets as well.
One thing you'll never see an MLC team do, and that's quit. They always play hard. They always bring juice to every game. They won't get down on themselves. They got a great bunch of guys. Coach is excited about them, and that showed in that game against Dakota State. Down 15 early, came back. Took a 5-point lead in that first half, held that lead into the second half, couldn't get it done down the stretch, but between the play of Ethan Genstead and a lot of returning guys, top 2 scorers from last year didn't even play in that game, so bringing up 4 starters back, top 3 scorers back. Greg's looking forward to some improvement this year. He wants to take that next step with these fellas, and we're looking forward to that too. Our clock's winding down. We're getting ready for an anthem and for some starting lineups. Officials are stretched out. They're getting ready to go. Wayne and I might have a few things to say about the officiating tonight.
here's the thing. We might have seen a few games in our time.
Yeah, Wayne and I are both registered high school officials. Wayne in Wisconsin, myself in Minnesota. We like to think we know what we're talking about.
What's actually kind of fun as I look at the MLC roster, so many kids from Wisconsin. I probably reffed at least 2/3 of these guys in an actual game, so I know their tendencies. I know who the pushers are out there. I'll be keeping an eye on them.
And my connection is I know 2 of our collegiate officials tonight. They both ref in the Minnesota State High School League, so I can get on those guys as well, too. All right, we're ready for the anthem, ladies and gentlemen. We'll mute, and you can listen to the anthem with us. All right, we've got our anthem. Here comes our starting lineups tonight. For the visiting Warriors, it's going to be Jacob Heffley, number 1, Jacob Stoltz, number 2. A.J. Voss is number 4 on the roster for the Warriors. Grayson Getz, number 20. And Wayne, it's Knack all everything, starting center, number 33, Ryan Breckel for the Warriors.
Yeah, third-team All-American in Division III last year. Averaged 17 points a game, 8.5 rebounds a game. Can do it from just about anywhere. The offense will run through him, but he can also step out and knock down a jumper.
Yeah, he's a big fella, and he's a dominant presence. He was fun to watch in the warm-ups. For the Knights, it's going to be Nate Miller. Starting at guard for the Knights, we'll also have Seth Veers, Lakeside Lutheran Jr. Nate Miller's a junior out of Wisconsin Lutheran High School. Ethan Jenstead, sophomore center, 6'6", from Great Plains Lutheran High School. Micah Kieselhorst, returning fifth-year senior out of Luther Prep, number 31. And Paul Frick, starting point guard for the Knights, senior, co-captain along with Kieselhorst, number 33.
How old is Micah? About 28, 29?
Yeah, Micah's a graduate student here now. He's married and everything. He's kind of a big deal. I like to tease him that he doesn't really go to class. He just kind of plays basketball.
It's a great living if you can get it, right?
I would love it. I would love it.
It's a lot like ministry, right? You just kind of get up and do whatever you want over the course of the day.
That's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do. I do whatever looks fun.
I think what these people are going to find out on this telecast tonight is that we are going to say just about anything we want and really not worry about it too much.
Here's the tip. It's Jenstead and Breckel, and we're underway.
Breckel controls the tip to Heffley. Stoltz at the point. Works it to Getz on the left wing.
Knights coming out man-to-man.
Gets into the lane. You're going to see a lot of that drive and kick. You're going to try to get some 5 out. Backdoor cut by Stoltz.
Nice
Can't
cut,
convert.
nice pass, offensive rebound.
Voss with the rebound and put back for 2.
Knights got out-rebounded a lot last year. We lack size on this team. They're going to have to box out, man up, body up, and get the board. Here comes that pressure.
And that's the challenge. If there's made shots and you give up, if there's made shots, you're going to have an opportunity to set up that pressure.
Frick gets that first pass over the top to Jenstead, breaks that first bit of pressure easily. Frick on the drive, kicks it back out to Jenstead, drives right side, kicks into the corner to Kieselhorst. Three-point shot, no good. Breckel rebound.
Stoltz bringing up on the left. They're going to push. They're going to look to get an easy shot. Little floater, no good.
Jenstead gets that air ball. Nice penetration there by Stoltz. Missed it all. Frick walks it up for the Knights. That's Seth Veers in the left wing. Hits it to Jenstead, top of the key, drives hard right side. Gets one off over Breckel. Offensive rebound, Veers puts it back in. Seth Veers with his first 2 points of the night.
Good job by Jenstead taking it to Breckel. You know, obviously when you got a big person in the pivot, if you can get him into foul trouble, that's ideal. Gets on the baseline drive, no good.
Jenstead with the board. Kieselhorst drives right side. He's tied up and dead, finds Nate Miller on the right wing. Miller with a fadeaway jumper in the lane. He scores. 2 points, Nate Miller. Early score, 4-2 Knights.
I've seen Nate Miller play some basketball for the last several years. He is a grade school classmate of my son. Developed nicely, a little bit bigger up on top. Was able to get the turnaround. Gets on the backdoor cut, finds a seam, and lays it up for 2.
Find that over the top pass. That's the way to break that hard pressure. Jenstead trying to take it right at Breckel. He's going to get called for the travel.
Jenstead unafraid, and that's what you got to be, right?
That's what Coach told me this afternoon when I interviewed him a little bit. He said Ethan's taken a huge step. He's got more confidence. He's got more positivity. He gained 15 pounds. A good 15 pounds. Good muscle, and he's more positive, more confident. He's not afraid to take it at you.
Voss from the top of the key, 3-point basket, A.J. Voss. Voss was one of those players who was a starter at the beginning of last season.
There's that first bit of pressure.
Had his role shuffled. Got the turnover, Voss with the shot. Obviously had the opening there, ball knocked out of bounds, but Voss has the ability to knock down shots, a little up and down last year, but if you can get contributions from him, about 10 points a game, that's just going to elevate the Warriors significantly. Gets on the drive, looking baseline. Stoltz from the corner for 3, no good. Got a foul called. A little, looked like Jenstead was just a little off balance, might have the position, but then went back into Voss, picked up the foul.
Luke Fix and Tom Balgi coming in for the Knights. Miller and Kieselhorst head out. Micah's dealing with a little bit of a foot injury. He's going to be on limited minutes tonight. Tom Balgi's a football player. He's playing tonight, and then he's getting in a car with his dad and heading to a football game to Mayville, North Dakota tonight to play tomorrow's game.
Heffley from 3, no good. Breckel on the angle, gets the rebound, gets on top. Back on top, can put it on the floor. Stoltz from 3, no good. Breckel straight up, gets the board, and puts it up for 2 from 5 feet away.
Not a lot you could do about that. He didn't go over the top or anything. That ball just came off long off the rim. First couple of times the Knights beat that pressure by going over the top. Warriors sniffed that out early. A little more traditional break here. Paul Frick, top of the key. There's Tom Balgi. Second leading point scorer from last year, averaged about 11 a game. Veers gets it tipped away. He'll get called for the foul as well. Undercuts his man. It'll be Warrior ball sideline.
Nice tip out by Stoltz there just to get the ball loose. And then from there, Warriors going to gain possession before Veers comes in and takes the legs out. Possession to the Warriors.
Number 10, that's freshman Trey Lauber now into the game. Coach is high on Trey Lauber, a freshman that brings a little juice for the Knights. He can score a little bit too. We're looking forward to seeing what he has to offer.
No substitutions yet for the Warriors, kind of interesting. The Knights going to the bench 3 times already. And again, that's part of the pressure that goes along with it.
Nice job there. Luke Fix gets the tip and the turnover. I'm guessing Coach Anderson wants to get that starting lineup you know, solidify a little bit, give him a little rhythm, and then the waves will come. Paul Frick trying to penetrate left side. He's dead left. There it is.
Voss with the steal, picks it off of Fick's shoulder, gets it to Heffley. Heffley right wing, pulls it out, gets it to Getz. Getz is going to want to go downhill.
Good hands there by Fix. No, that's Trey Lauber trying to get the steal. Breckel picks up the loose ball, scores.
Yeah. And maybe just, I don't know, a little more muscular. You know, just winning the loose balls. And obviously, if the Knights are going to stay in this, they're going to have to get those loose balls.
Breckel's an impressive player. You can tell. 11-4 Warriors. 15-18 left to play in the first half. Jensted's pass to Lauber on the left wing gets tipped out of bounds. Here comes that first set of subs for the Warriors.
Noah Howard, sophomore, coming in from Lake Country Lutheran, and Austin Wagner, number 23, from Kettle Moraine Lutheran, checking in for the first time.
Lauber will inbound at the 28-foot line far side.
Wagner had the opportunity to start a few games last year, and now, obviously, first off the bench is going to be valuable to the success in the NAC this year.
Frick guarded closely by Howard, top of the key. He finds Fix in the left wing. Jensted shot clock running down. 2-1. Gets it off. That basket will count. 2 points. Ethan Jensted, his first 2 points of the night. It's 11-6 Warriors.
Yep, stayed with it. Got to the basket. Got the hoop. And there's Breckel. He can shoot that and he can make that. Howard scrapping for the loose ball. Gets the board. Stoltz for three. Got it.
Coach Holtz here looking for a foul on that loose ball rebound. Didn't get it. Warriors picked up the loose ball.
I would say on the court, they're letting him go. You know, we're going to pick up a foul on the Warriors. On Warriors, Noah Howard called with 2 hands.
Micah Kieselhorst coming in for the Knights. I think Wayne noted it earlier. MLC's rolling in subs as fast as they can. When WLC's giving you full court pressure and bringing subs in waves, we're going to have to keep our guys fresh any way we can. Balgi left side, dribbles the right side lane against Breckel, gets it up and over him. 2 points, Tom Balgi, his first 2 points of the season.
And I know that's Tom's game, right, to get it downhill.
You bet it is.
Right back. You know, score a basket, he's immediately right back attacking.
That's 2 times in a row that he's gotten the ball up the court very quickly and right to the rim.
Yeah, and he's going to go to the line. Last year, got to the line. He was second most opportunities, had 128 field goal or free throw attempts, even as a guard. You know, getting to the bucket.
If you're a good 3-point shooter, like Jacob Stoltz is, I can guarantee you're going to be a good free throw shooter too.
Yeah.
Stoltz makes both. Sub in for the Warriors.
Coming in as freshman, number 3, Dom Hill, a freshman from Waukesha West.
Score 16-8 WLC, 14-15 left to go in the first half. Lauber inbounds to Frick, beats the pressure. He's up past half court, finds Kieselhorst in the left wing, 3-point shot, bang. Sticks the net even. That 3 is good for Kieselhorst.
You can't give him a seam. He likes to get it up, and he can knock it down.
He's the guy that brings the experience this year for the Knights. He's gotten stronger, he's gotten faster.
Breckel.
Physical inside, no call.
Howard for 3 at the top. Honeycomb out. Breckel with the board.
Third
he's going to take that all the way up, and he's going to take it to the basket.
It's going to be a long night for the Knights if they keep giving him 3 tries. 2 offensive boards there for the Warriors. Lauber inbounding again to Frick.
We got a holding foul. Going to call it on Hill. That's his first, team second of the half.
MLC takes their first timeout. Looks like it's going to be a 30. We'll stay here with you. Looks like Ethan Jensted's going to come back in during that timeout as well. So early, it's just as predicted, Chev. Lots of pressure, full court, looking to push tempo.
And if there's going to be multiple shots, it's going to be a long night for the Knights. They've got to clean up the boards, and they got to own that and not give second shots.
Another stat last year for the Knights, season-wide, got out-rebounded on the offensive side and defensive side. So Knights would average about 36 boards a game, not bad, but their opponents were averaging about 45. Got to win the battle of the boards. Tough to do when you're big man. Got to get position, got to body up. All right, we're back.
I don't know what the stats were, but 307 offensive rebounds last year for the Warriors. You know, so that means getting those stick backs. It's a big part of the game. You know, it's not just making the shots on the first time around, but cleaning it up and putting them back in. So
it's a good way to live off the offensive glass. Tom Balgi guarded closely. He takes it hard to the lane, dumps it off to Genstead. He gets stripped, and we're going the other way.
Dom Hill pulls it out of there, and he's going to take it all the way to the bucket.
Good
Foul
challenge
called
by Kieselhorst. I'm wondering who the foul's on. .33.
Foul's going to be on Frick.
Okay, so Micah Kieselhorst did a nice job of going vertical there. Got the fouls on Frick from behind.
Dom Hill at the line for 2, knocks down the first. Stoltz back into the lineup for Getz. Hill was a classic 8, first team selection.
Good split of the double team there by Balgi on the pressure. Nice job. Frick tries to force it up court to Kieselhorst. Left a little to be desired there. Picked off by the Warriors. They're already pushing.
Stoltz got the tip. Reckel gets the steal. Stoltz goes to the bucket, and that's going to be Frick's second foul.
Yep. Second foul on Paul Frick. 5th foul overall for the team. Stoltz back at the line for the Warriors. Knight's getting ready to sub with Veers, Miller, and Elijah Schoof.
Five for 5 at the line for the Warriors so far. So
Frick comes out with his 2 fouls. Lauber's out, Balgi's out. Tom's trying to get his sea legs under him.
For sure.
And playing football, leading tackler on the Knights defense, and now going to be a real contributor for the MLC basketball team this year. Looking forward to watching him play. And he's got the lettuce too.
Yeah.
He's got the good flow.
The hair is great.
Yeah.
That,
Schoof bringing it up for the Knights.
I suppose I could have asked him a dozen questions before the game, but I wanted to admire that, just talk about that. So
Miller passes left side, Kieselhorst. He drives middle lane, triple team for a minute, back to Miller. Nate Miller finds Genstead right side. He penetrates left-handed dribble, knocked away by Breckel. Picked up by Stoltz, and here come the Warriors.
Howard put it up. Ooh, a delayed foul call on that.
I'll give Micah that one. He had him dead to rights, and then he walked right into him. Micah's first foul, team 6th.
Howard's going to go to the line, and obviously now at 12:23 left in the first half, when you've got, when you're going to be in the bonus for the rest of the half, this is going to be tough. And obviously they've gotten to the line in the act of shooting, and now any foul after this will put them at the line again. So.
Yeah, early bonus throws coming for the Warriors. Another sub for, that's Heffley coming back in for the Warriors.
Nathaniel Lubke coming in from Manitowoc Lutheran, his first action of the season.
AJ Voss back in for WLC as well.
Great to see Nathaniel out here. Had an infection in his leg last year. Very serious, extended hospital time. So glad to see that he's back and contributing. He was going to be a contributor last year to our team, and then just was not able to go.
Nice penetration there by Nate Miller. Finds Micah Kieselhorst on the backdoor cut. Micah's got 5 on the night. Warriors now up 23-13.
Heffley for 3. Got it.
Nice looking shot. That pressure won't end for the Warriors. They'll keep it up all night. Zone press. Veers clears it center court. Tipped away by Stoltz. Tied up by Miller.
There's a conversation about
a lot of people on the floor. Looks like we got a timeout on the floor.
We're a little far down the court, so our angle wasn't great, but obviously the ball was loose. WLC came up with the ball. There was a conversation from Coach Holtzheater there thinking it might have been a tied-up ball, but WLC is going to maintain possession with that timeout that they were able to take.
Right. So we're at 11:40 left in the first half. The score is 26-13 Warriors. And it'll be Warrior ball sideline out of bounds as we come back.
One thing that as we're watching here, trying to break the pressure a little bit. MLC trying to break the pressure with the dribble. A lot of poke checks, a lot of loose balls. Just need to protect the ball better in order to make sure that they can get into the offense. I realize.
Protect the ball better, be strong with the ball once it's yours. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they're trying to get downhill, and I understand that, and get easy shots at the basket. But right now, too many balls being knocked away and tipped away, and the Warriors are coming up with it and turning it into points.
Hill bringing it up for the Knights.
Voss, Hill for three. We got a foul called.
Falls on Seth Veers. That's Veers' second foul. It's the team's 7th, and WLC, like we were saying, they're in the bonus shooting free throws.
So that was technically not on the shot. Hill had returned to the ground. Veers started backing in to get rebounding position. Took Hill off his spot. Made the comment that the Warriors were 5 for 5 from the line, and now we've missed the last 2.
You jinxed him.
I jinxed him.
Yeah. Voss almost had another offensive rebound for the Warriors too, but he tips it out of bounds. Knights will have it on the spot end line. Luke Fix taking it out for MLC. He finds Nate Miller. Looking to clear that pressure. Fix brings it up. He crosses half court. Finds Schoof on the right side. Back to Miller. Back to Fix. He drives middle. Pull up 15-footer. No good. Tipped out by Schoof. Genstead rebound. Jump stop. Nothing there. And the Warriors are going the other way.
Gets a shot blocked by
Nate Miller, number 2. Nice hustle back on defense. Tom Balgi coming back for the Knights. He'll replace Eli Schoof. WLC ball end line on the spot. Stoltz to take it out for the Warriors.
Gets on the inbound pass, gets it.
Blocked by Fix. Clean block. Outlets to Balgi, brings it up on his own, covered by Stoltz. Good handle by Tom. He can do a little bit of everything. Nate Miller left side, back to Balgi right side. Tipped away.
Again.
We've got a foul.
Fouls on Stoltz with the bump. His first team third. I'm sure there are a few people who pay attention to these kinds of things like we do, and we've been in the game. You know, gets 7-2. Been some other contact in the act of shooting.
Yeah.
That one, you know, got called. You could debate whether that one was worth putting air in the whistle or not. So.
Right. Miller tries to drive. Looked like he turned his ankle a little bit. Gets stolen away. Stoltz pulls up, dishes right.
Heffley from 3.
Good box out by Luke Fix on that play. Nice job. Nice rebound. He outlets to Nate Miller.
Fix doing some nice things early in his action. Handling the ball, rebounding, getting a steal. Miller driving, going to the bucket. I think we got Grayson Getz laying the chest.
First trip to the line for the
Miller.
Knights. Nate Miller will take 2 shots.
Foul on Getz. That's his first, team 4th. Your ankle always feels a little bit better on offense.
Yeah. Yeah, you're limping back to play defense, but I got the ball.
Had a turnover, ankle not so good, but we're back in.
Bruckle back in for the Warriors. Frick coming back in for the Knights. Nate Miller from the free throw line last year. This is another area the Knights have to improve in. Nate was only 56% from the line last year. Knights as a team shot 59% from the line. When you don't have a lot of size, we got to take advantage of those free ones. He misses both. Stoltz outlets.
Voss on the left wing for 3. No.
Good box out, Nate Miller. Tom Balgi gets the loose rebound.
Kieselhorst.
Outlets to Kieselhorst. That ball got tipped. Missed layup opportunity.
Stoltz sizing it up at the top. Balgi on him. Left wing to Heffley. turnover. Voss was anticipating that Stoltz was going to be there, and he just kind of stepped out of the way.
Sophomore Sam Hansen entering the game for the Knights. Great Plains Lutheran Roscoe, South Dakota native.
Austin Wagner back in for the Warriors.
Hansen to take it sideline out of bounds for the Knights.
So obviously this is the nature of basketball. You know, who's putting the ball in the basket? And you might say, well, the Warriors are up by 13. What does this look like? There's been a lot of missed shots. You know what I mean? And so, yeah.
Missed opportunities on both ends,
yeah,
for sure.
You know, so the Warriors have a lead, but I don't think Coach Onenson's going to be too happy with the shooting percentage.
I think,
right
and I'm guessing Coach Holtzceder's thinking, we're trying to get the ball to the hole, but we're not taking advantage of the angles that we seem to have. And
Heffley from
give
12
the Warriors,
feet.
give the Warriors a lot of credit. They're closing down those angles.
Right.
Nice soft touch by Heffley there for 2. Frick looking for the defense to clear out, brings it up solo. Across the half court, Breckel with the help. Frick hangs on to it. Where's that handle? Backdoor Kieselhorst. Nice find. Nice find off the fumble. Micah Kieselhorst with 2. He's got 7 on the night. Breckel posting up big down low for the Warriors. Jenstead lucky to get around him.
Stolt left wing, using it, going up, scores the bucket. Frick was there, but Stoltz kind of gave him a little stutter and then went straight up for the basket. 30-15 Warriors. Kickball. Knights will maintain possession. Dom Hill returning to the lineup for Getz.
Paul Frick to inbound end line for the Knights. Nice interior screen by Balgi. Pass to Kieselhorst, tipped
Stoltz
away.
Comes away with it. Goes down.
Big man with a basketball.
Stoltz from 3. No.
Nice box out. Jenstead, Balgi. Tom Balgi driving hard right side. Double team.
And he went right into a
loses
double.
it. Trying to hang on. Tied up.
Possession will stay with the Knights.
That's about the 3rd time we've dribbled down into that right corner into a double team.
And
Pressure
so
from behind, double team coming.
It's that mixed bag. It's like you don't want to play into it because you know it's coming, but you just speed it up a little bit because you're trying to beat all the action and all the people who are coming at you. And in doing so, you're just losing the possessions. Hill with it on the right wing. We're going to set it back up. Breckel, top of the key. Interesting matchup. Balgi tried to match up with Breckel, giving away a couple of inches there. Stoltz, another miss.
Good box out by Balgi, but we can't pick up that loose ball.
Wagner picks up the loose one, puts it back in.
Great job by Breckel just to keep that alive. He was boxed out clean, got a hand on it.
Timeout on the court.
Looks like we'll have this will be a 60-second timeout. We'll take that break with them. You're watching MLC Men's Basketball on Night Vision YouTube channel. All right, we're back here. Jim Unke Court, Luther Student Center, campus of Martin Luther College. Wisconsin Lutheran College men's basketball visiting this weekend. Here to play our Knights. They're headed to Bethany Lutheran College tomorrow. Bethany's playing MSOE tonight. We'll see them tomorrow on our campus, 2 p.m. tip. 7:33 left to play in the first half. 32-15 Warriors. MLC dead ball inbound. That full court pressure. Every double team. Nice job by Frick to split it. He gets the foul call this time.
foul on Howard. That's his second, team fifth. He just checked back in after the timeout.
Hansen inbounds to Frick. Looks like they'll clear out. That's freshman Trey Lauber, right wing. He finds Frick in the corner. He drives lane, jump stop, finds a nice backdoor cut and pass. Luke Fix for two.
Frick drew enough people to the middle of the lane, and Fix found his slot and laid
Fix
it up.
having a nice effect on this ball game. He's got 2 points, 2 boards already, making a nice contribution, taking care of the basketball.
Hill on the drive, takes it all the way in. Good defense by Fix, going straight up.
Then Jenstead, big man with a basketball. He finds his point guard. Knights will set up. Frick drives middle lane. He'll get the call and get 2 shots.
Was straight up, but then clearly came down on top of him. Austin Wagner on the foul. His first, team 6. It all works its way out eventually.
It all just works out. Paul Frick makes the first subs here for the Knights.
Getz and Stoltz returning to the lineup. And really what we're seeing is a main 9 that are being rotated through by Coach Anundsen here in the first half, trying to get them some run.
Frick makes both his first 2 points of the game, 32-19 Warriors. Hill brings it up for WLC.
Handoff screen on the left edge. Getz into the corner for Hill.
Breckel gets
Breckel
another
with
tip.
the board.
Wow.
Tips it to himself. Just able to go straight up, strong enough.
Jenstead had a body on. Breckel's just athletic.
And again, when you're not putting the hands down to get on the body to push away, and he just goes straight up.
Ethan found himself a little too far underneath the basket on that one,
Sure.
too. Frick goes left wing, cross court to Fix. Nice little pull-up 4-footer, Luke Fix, his 4th point of the night.
When I talked to Fix before the game, I said, hey, are you going to shoot more? He said, yeah. I said, okay, well, it seems to be working out for the Knights.
He had a nice exhibition appearance last week against Dakota State as well.
Hill down the lane for an easy 2. And again, the pressure full court. It's not always body on body. It's not always putting it on you, but it's just wears you down because it's constantly coming.
Yep, taking a little time off the shot clock. Frick stumbles left side, turns it over. Here comes Breckel.
Gets it to Wagner. Traveling call.
In for the Warriors is that'd be number 34, Ben Lubbers. Subs in for the Knights. Kieselhorst back in. Balgi back in.
Lubbers again, one of those vying for some additional time in this rotation, and as these games play out, the amount of effort that's being extended on the defensive end, there's going to be a number of opportunities. You might go 10, 12, even more deep, especially in the non-conference, as you try to figure out who are the people that you're going to see on a regular basis in the NAC.
Nate Miller, junior guard out of Wisco, back in for MLC. You know, in that pressure you're talking about, Wayne, it doesn't always have to be a clean steal. It's a tipped ball. Any kind of touch that you get that disrupts the dribbler. There's Balgi downhill again. Too strong off the glass.
Lubbers skying for that rebound, gets it to Hill, turns it over in transition. Kieselhorst.
Micah Kieselhorst with a heads up, playing some quick hands. He brings it up against Brecker. Balgi left side over to Miller, top of the key. He drives left key. Trey Lauber, the freshman, finds Kieselhorst in the back door. Nice find. Almost gets the end one. He'll get 2 free throws.
Lubbers with the foul, and that's one of the challenges. If you can pressure and you can make the team turn it over early on, but then if you allow them the backdoor cuts, well, then you put the hands on. You're going to pick up fouls. You're going to give up easy shots.
How do you deal with pressure? You go back door.
Right.
Knights have tried to take advantage of that, but WLC is long. They've gotten a lot of hands on those backdoor passes.
Yeah, Stoltz is listed as 6 feet. Everybody on the roster is taller than that. You know, so when you talk about long, and again, when you're talking Division III college basketball, you know, we can chuckle, but that's a pretty formidable team. If you're throwing 6'6" guys, 6'5" guys out there, you know, 6'8"ers. You know, 6'8"ers are at a premium. You know, if you can find a guy who's 6'8" or 6'9", and then when you have multiple of this size coming at you.
They say speed kills, size kills too in basketball.
Yeah.
That's Trey Lauber with the foul.
Breckel going to go to the line to shoot
Lauber's
a bonus.
second personal foul, 8th team. Misses the front end. Trey Lauber with the rebound. Balgi to bring it up for the Knights.
Warriors now 7 of 10 from the line, and losing the opportunity on the bonus doesn't help.
No quick matchup. Somebody lost Tom Balgi. He dumps it off to Nate Miller. Ball fell out of bounds.
I'm curious what happened. He had a hand closed on the baseline, but I don't know if he's completely convinced that he wants a foul, to call a foul.
Yeah. He just turned that over. Yep. Kind of waved the flag off, picked it up. Knights keep possession.
And in general, I think the foul would have been on WLC. I think
it would have been a WLC foul.
I think he just wanted to open his hand and say the ball went out of bounds, and after that conversation.
Balgi to inbound for the Knights on the end line. He finds Miller right side. Miller finds Fix top of the key. Back to Miller left side. Balgi top of the key. He drives left lane. Gets his man up in the air. No foul called. Warriors coming the other direction. Heffley in the corner.
Breckel with the rebound. Lauber standing out of bounds and trying to push it back in.
Subs back in. It's Schuf for the Knights. He'll be in for Trey Lauber.
Voss and Stoltz return for the Warriors. I had a great thought that was going to be really a basketball analytic, and now I have no idea what I was going to say. Sometimes it's better just to be silent.
My students think that about me all the time. He thought he knew what he was going to say, but he's clueless now.
Heffley from 10 feet knocks down the jumper. Heffley, not a thick or bulky guy, but just kind of crafty, knows how to use his body, gets in the lane, and can knock down that mid-range. In a world where there's not a lot of mid-range shooters, Heffley's one of those guys that can go from 8 to 17 feet.
Schuf gets a nice screen to help break the pressure. Gets to the left side. There's Nate Miller. Closed down that lane, out to Fix in the corner. His three-pointer's no good. Rebound pass tipped away by Micah Kieselhurst. He swings it left side. Nate Miller, long three. Long rebound for Fix. Nope, Miller picks it up.
Well, good hands by Stoltz. That pass was headed to Fix for a layup, and Stoltz got in the way. Voss on the left wing in transition. Good.
Here's the thing now. WLC starts making some baskets. That sets up their pressure. They can get that pressure set up. That's more problems for the Knights. Get a rebound, get a miss. It's not that big of a deal. Game flow helps you get back into it.
Right. I'm going to bring back the thought that I lost before. These two teams, we got a foul called on Voss, 2 hands on.
Merrill will go to the line for 1-on-1.
These teams make it difficult for you to officiate. You know, they go downhill. They're going to the basket. We got 2.5 minutes left. There's 8 fouls apiece, and it's just kind of one of those things where
there's a lot of contact.
You're like, do we call 15 fouls aside? Do we call 20 fouls aside?
Right.
And so sometimes you will occasionally be like, I don't know if I like that. Like there was a lot of contact there, but I think it's been
consistent, that's any coach will tell you that's what they want as long as you're doing it both ways. Veers, Frick, and Jenstead are back in for the Knights. Miller makes the front end of his 1-and-1. 3 points on the night for Nate Miller. Last year, Nate averaged 5 points and 2 rebounds a game, about 18 minutes a game for the Knights. Looking to contribute a little bit more this year. 1 for 2 from the line.
Boy, I'm really proud of you taking those stats during the game.
1 for 3 from the line.
I was dedicated to the cause, and then like after the first basket, I lost my mind.
He was looking to our sports information director at a timeout going, hey, give me some stats on WLC. I got nothing.
Yeah, just to pretend like I know what I'm talking about here. Gets, muscles it down low.
Got Miller up in the air. Nice move.
Yeah.
Made basket. Warriors set up that pressure. Miller runs the line, gets it into Frick. He beats a double team, gets back to Miller. Pressure clears. Back to Frick with Heffley on a man-to-man. Gets a nice screen from Ethan Genstead. Genstead right side, he'll pull the trigger on a 3. Splash. Ethan Genstead for 3. That's 5 points on the night for Ethan. 43-26 Warriors, minute 54 left to play in the first half.
Do you know, do we see a lot of that in that exhibition? I know he had 30 points in that exhibition.
Inside and outside,
yeah,
he can do it
knocking
all.
It down.
Good straight up defense
Breckle.
by Seth Veers, but Paul Frick reaches in. That's gonna be Paul's 3rd foul.
Breckle uses his body nicely. I know Genstead went down, but I don't really think Breckle didn't really throw anything around. It was just one of those power moves, power dribble to the basket. Got it up on the glass and missed, but then got his own rebound. And unfortunately, Frick picks up his 3rd, and that's going to be difficult to.
You hate to pick that up on a board matched up against a guy that's a whole lot bigger than you.
Yeah.
With only a minute 42 left in the first half. Breckle makes the front end. Yep, Trey Lauber into sub for Paul Frick with his 3rd foul.
And that obviously has an effect into the second half, you know, right away. And if he's one of your main ball handlers, that puts you at a disadvantage before you even get into that second half and make some adjustments. Breckle connects on both. Warriors lead 45-26.
Libke subs for him. Always tease kids when I ref if they miss that second one because the subs for them, they're like, I didn't want to come out.
Right, exactly.
So, here's Eli Schuf breaking pressure for the Knights. Kind of gets that soft screen from Genstead. He drives right side, kicks it back to Elijah. Elijah looks back door. Trey Lauber gets his layup pinned. Little chatter there after the block shot.
Blocked by Voss. Gets it to Getz. Voss gets underneath the Libke. Just moves around. Veers makes some separation, lays it in for 2.
6'7" big guy. That's a nice 1-2 punch with him and Breckle for the Warriors. That's something you're going to look forward to for this season.
Right. And again, when healthy, and we've got some other juniors who have been in the program for a while who are getting bigger and stronger. Guys like Jackson Borkert, I would anticipate, would also be in the mix and possible, you know, the opportunity to play. You know, Lipke's a big guy, and you can take it in there, but he's just going straight up.
Yep, and that's
Coming
why
back
even
with the
Genstead
board,
had a hard
Heffley
time
for
there.
3. It's good.
We're down under a minute, 35 seconds and counting. Eli Schuf bringing it over for the Knights. Looks like they might try to play for 1 here. Shot clock, game clock, just a few tenths off. Nate Miller's gonna drive, pivot right side, then middle. Seth Veers, 15-footer. Can't make it go.
Voss
Lauber
comes up
with a tip.
8 seconds left, he's going backwards. Getz is looking at it. Oh,
Libke
away
off
from the
ball, yep. Frick will come back for that last possession. 2.6 seconds left on the clock. Balgi comes back in as well for the Knights. Warriors counter.
Lubber's back in for Libke. Maybe just a little bit quicker to keep Genstead off the ball. I assume the Knights bringing in all their 58-foot shooters right now.
Correct. There's the first one.
And
Balgi.
Balgi's there.
It's good if it goes, but it's no good. That'll end our first half. The Wisconsin Lutheran College Warriors with a 50-piece in the first half. MLC, our Knights, 26. 15 minutes on the clock for halftime. We'll take a little break, come back to you with some stats. Give us 10 minutes here to get our act together. We'll come back with about 5 minutes left in the half.
I don't know if there's any chance of that, but you know, we'll be coming back. We'll be coming back with a lot of things to talk about.
We'll do our best. Anybody listening on the live stream, I see a Nate Kieselhorst up in the stands. He's holding his phone up to his ear so he can see us. Give us a little wave, Nate, if you can hear us right now.
Nate's not even there.
Atta
It is.
boy.
We got the thumbs up.
Atta
Appreciate
boy.
your support.
He's dialed in. He's locked in. Why sit up in the stands and watch the game, Nate? You could go sit out in the car and listen to us. It'd be way more fun.
Come on down.
All right, everybody, we'll take about a 10-minute break. We'll be back. Night Vision on the YouTube channel, MLC Men's Basketball. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're here, about 5 minutes left in halftime. We're looking at some stats. Wayne got a candy bar from the concession stand, didn't bring me anything.
Not true. Trying to stay lean and mean for the second half. I just had a drink of water. I didn't want to even do caffeine. I didn't want to get too wired.
Yeah, right. Plus, we also have our own officiating season coming up, and we've got to keep our girlish figures. Yeah.
I'm going to go visitors first, right?
Yeah.
We got a 50-26 lead.
Right.
Ryan Breckel with 8 points and 7 rebounds. Jacob Heffley, 4 for 7 from the field with a couple of threes for 10 points. Jacob Stoltz, 3 for 4 from the line, along with a couple of field goals. He's got 8. AJ Voss with 8 points and 6 boards. A lot of people scoring. So out of the 10 people that played, 9 of them scored. Yep. And one thing that's interesting, Grayson Getz, also a first-team All-NAC last year, played a full 16 minutes. He's pretty quiet. 4 points, 3 boards, but also 4 assists to go along with that and a couple blocks. So he does so many things very well, so that even though it doesn't look like he's dominating this, he's certainly contributing on both ends of the floor, and that just makes the team that much better. He's one of those seniors that is gritty.
Would you say slow start for the Warriors, but they picked it up pretty fast?
And again, it sounds so odd. They
got a 50-piece here at halftime.
You got 50 and you're up by 24. Now they shot 46% from the field, which in real time it didn't feel like it was quote unquote that good, but that's what they shot from the field last season. They were right at 46%.
Yeah, sure.
Last year they shot 35% from 3. Tonight they're 5 for 16 for 31%. So they're kind of holding true to who they were last year, just being able to turn them over. If you look at the boards, 23-11.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing.
Yeah,
so.
it's huge. I got 23-11 on the glass. Big difference, 10-2 on the offensive glass for the Warriors. Second chance points for WLC, 17-2. Points off turnovers. Knights had 11 turnovers. WLC got 12 points off those turnovers. Not a terrible shooting percentage for the Knights, but just tough to get shots off. 43% from the field, 50% from behind the arc. Didn't shoot a great free throw percentage, and played 10 guys, had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them score. So not terrible. Micah Kieselhorst leading Knights scoring with 8 points. Ethan Genstead with 5. Luke Fix coming off the bench with 4 points. He had a nice showing in the first half. Rebounding, that's the story. I mean, that's just the story on both ends. Genstead's got 3, Fix 2, Balgi 2, but that's just not enough. We got to own every missed shot.
And that results in second chance points too, right? WLC's got 16 more shots at the goal, so obviously the chances of you scoring more just increases.
Or how many times did we say, well, that was their third try on that possession?
And I think what's interesting, and yes, WLC's got some points off of turnovers. I don't know how you break it out and determine points off of turnovers versus fast break. Technically, off a fast break, we only have 7 points. So it's not like after the turnover we're getting out and doing so many things. But when you have 17 second chance points, I think you're getting those steals. Maybe you're missing your first shot, getting your second, putting it back. So.
Knights getting outshot 39-23. Again, throw a dozen turnovers into the mix. You're not getting as many shots off. They're only getting 1 chance. Offensive rebounds for the Knights, 2. That's not a lot of second chance opportunities as well. So WLC's doing what they're supposed to do. They're as advertised. They've got size, they've got length. They're turning the Knights over. They're applying pressure. They're getting every rebound. They're taking advantage of their size, and it's working. And they're shooting a nice percentage from the field as well.
People who are really good at this job probably would have flicked on the Bethany MSOE game to see what the score was, because we're looking on to the matchups.
Right. Everybody wants to know what tomorrow's going to look like.
What it's going to look like. Obviously, Bethany, the UMAC champions, and if I'm not mistaken, got a couple of victories in the NCAA tournament last year, correct?
The Upper Midwest Athletic Conference has shown itself well the last few years between either University of Northwestern out of St. Paul or Bethany Lutheran College out of Mankato. I think the last 3 years in a row, our conference champion has won their first-round tournament game in the NCAA Division III tournament, usually paired up against a much bigger school from the MIAC, the Midwest Independent Athletic Conference. Many would think that our conference is outmatched, but when it comes playoff time, we've been able to hold our own.
And Bethany is slotted to win this year's title as well, correct?
They are. Yep.
Any idea? Did they lose many players, or are they returning just about everybody?
I don't know that.
Yeah.
A better announcer would have known that. I would have been ready for that question.
We had enough trouble getting together our own stuff about this basketball game, and we're going to take it back to the court.
Warriors to inbound to start the second half. It's Veers, Miller, Jenstead, Frick, and Kieselhorst for the Knights.
And the Warriors come back with their starters, Heffley, Stoltz, Voss, Getz, and Breckel. Breckel holds up top. Backdoor cut by Getz. He lets it go. Breckel's going one-on-one on the block. Spins, goes up. Kieselhorst challenges, but Breckel lays it in.
I'd say Micah did everything he could possibly do on that play. That's just a nice basket. Veers inbounds to Frick. Clears pressure. Guarded by Heffley. Jenstead takes it left side. Back to Frick, top of the key. He'll set up top left. High screen from Jenstead. Back to Ethan on the left wing. Kieselhorst spots up a 3-no, decides to dribble drive. He's tied up. Veers, top of the key.
5 on the shot.
He spins, 10-footer in the lane. Comes up just short, tipped away. Heffley with the board.
Heffley on the push, gets it to the right to Stoltz. Stoltz is going to the bucket. Frick with those 3 fouls, has to be careful.
Nice recovery by Paul. Ball
Stoltz
hit the bottom of the rim.
And then everybody kind of stopped and looked, and
Yeah.
Veers came out with the ball.
Everybody thought Veers maybe traveled. It hit the bottom of the backboard. We had a little bit of everything on that play. Frick brings it up over midcourt, passes to Miller left side. He finds Kieselhorst left wing. Jenstead top of the key, swings it all the way to Veers. He's got the angle all the way up and in. Seth Veers for 2.
Voss with the look of disdain. Didn't like the fact that he gave up that drive.
Nice ball reversal, took advantage of the angle, had the advantage, took it, finished it. Veers with 4 points tonight.
Gets on a left-hand dribble. Voss pump fake, steps into 15 feet. Looks like there was a touch on the elbow.
Looks like that's Ethan Jenstead on the foul. His second foul of the night, team's first.
Voss going to go to the line for the first time tonight. Voss, a junior from Lombard, Illinois. Comes up short on the first. Coach Onenston always working, talking to Stoltz. How are we setting it up? What are the angles that we're looking for?
I don't think you'll see either one of these coaches stop coaching no matter what it says on the scoreboard.
Absolutely.
Game 1, you're trying to find out something about your team. You're trying to build a program. You're trying to get better.
Yep.
These guys aren't just going to sit down on the bench.
Yeah. Voss goes 0 for 2.
Frick takes it over to Miller. Miller left side to Kieselhorst, back to the top of the key with Nate Miller. Kieselhorst left corner 3-ball. Breckel rebound.
Jenstead trying to tie him up. He's going to get caught grabbing the arm.
Second foul of the half, third foul overall. 2 quick ones for Ethan within the first 2 minutes of the second half. He's immediately subbed out by Luke Fix. That's one of those silly ones. I can hear coach tell him right now, like, hey, they got the rebound. You just got to get back on defense.
I know there's a lot of enthusiasm, but that's a tough way to pick up your 3rd foul.
Yeah. Luke Breckel's not going to turn it over to you after he's got 2 arms wrapped around that thing. Nice double team pick by Veers. Taps it out of bounds. That'll go to the Warriors. Sideline out of bounds at the 28-foot line for WLC. Paul Frick trying to listen in on the play call there at the free throw line by WLC. Couldn't steal anything. Frick guarding Stoltz, top of the key. He kicks right corner, that's Voss. 3 is short. Kieselhorst, nice block out, nice rebound. That's Micah's first board of the game. Ball kicks, there's Veers again right side. He's got a nice first step. Seth Veers, 2 straight baskets for Seth in the second half. Nice quick move, nice finish at the rim.
Heffley to Breckel. Breckel goes up, misses the first chance. Now he's under, tries to go left, doesn't get it. Voss is after it. Miller's
nice
on the floor.
Nate Miller. Nice hustle, Nate Miller.
We got a jump ball. That ball's going to go to MLC. I took my eyes away from the play. It looked like it was one of those in the NFL where there's a fumble and you had 2 guys. I think Heffley and Kieselhorst were trying to keep each other away from the actual scrum and the pile. So
Knights get a break there. They were trying to call a timeout. Possession goes to them anyway. Maybe Nate Miller knew that they had possession and just said, oh, go ahead, tie me up. Take it. Frick breaks Heffley's pressure. Veers keeps trying to take advantage of that right hand. 2 straight baskets. This time he draws a foul. Voss is going to come over and talk to his coach maybe after he gets subbed out.
Austin Wagner checking back in, sophomore from Kettle Moraine Lutheran.
Miller to inbound, 28-foot line right side for the Knights. He finds Veers in the corner, 3-ball, air ball. Kieselhorst with an offensive rebound. Knights reset, top of the key, Paul Frick. Right side, Seth Veers. Finds Miller on a nice cut, banks it in. 2 points, Nate Miller. Nate Miller for 2. He's got 5 points tonight. Nice assist from Seth Veers, making a lot of big contributions here.
Getz got himself caught up in trouble. Heffley chases it down.
Nice tip by Paul Frick.
Stoltz for 3. Good. That was unfortunate. They got the hands on the ball, got the tip away, and simply then was able to reverse the ball, and Stoltz was left wide open and knocked down that 3.
Nice no-look pass there. Kieselhorst tips it to Miller. He gets trapped in the corner, gets it back out to Paul Frick, top of the key. He's guarded closely by Stoltz. Knights reset right side. Seth Veers right wing. Micah Kieselhorst top of the key. Luke Fix left wing. Seth Veer posts up. Heffley gets around him, gets that steal. Not a great interior pass.
Getz from downtown, no good.
Kieselhorst skies high for that rebound. His 3rd rebound of the second half already. Doing it on both ends, Micah Kieselhorst. 5th-year senior, co-captain, Micah Kieselhorst. His proud parents seated up in the mezzanine here.
That's terrific. Mom Lisa taking pictures of us before the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be posted all over the world.
It's all good. All right, we're subbing freely here. Stoltz out for the Warriors. Balgi and Schoof are in for the Knights.
Howard and Hill coming on for the Warriors.
Let's just keep that buzzer going. Ethan Jenstead in for the Knights, giving Micah a break. Micah needed to be on a little bit of a count tonight, coming off a foot injury. I know our trainer wanted to limit his minutes. I know Micah didn't want to limit his minutes. Good for Micah.
Great wedding this summer, by the way, Micah and Megan. I was there.
I would know. I was not invited.
Wow, that's harsh, but the dancing was great. Nate was terrific on the dance floor. His dad.
I have no doubt.
There was a lot of crying, but it was a great night.
I did see Micah and his new bride, though, while on their honeymoon, vacationing in a similar spot.
How about that? Ooh, Veers coming down. We're just going to let it go.
Nice pass, Seth Veers. Seth having a nice start to his second half. 6 points in the second half, 8 points overall. Warriors now up 55-34.
Gets from 15 feet, answers it right back. Give him a little space.
Tom Balgi lets the pressure clear, brings it up himself. Balgi, the left-hander, clears it, gets it back to Jenstead. Seth Veers, top of the key. Wards off his defender, looks back door to Balgi, nothing there. Finds Luke Fix, left wing. Jenstead, right wing. He uses his left hand, goes straight to the rim. Breckel got a piece of that, I think. Shot up a little short. Warriors are on the move.
Hill, oh, nice left-handed move, taking it up.
Really nice finish. Luke Fix did the best he could there. Straight up defense.
And Hill on the defensive end, coming over, rotating, poking it out.
Subs in for Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Lubbers coming in to replace Getz. 14 minutes left. Where does this go now, Jeff? If anybody out there, Howard with a steal, lays it up.
So that second pass, we've been doing it baseline. We stopped going over the top in the first half. They've been there. We could try to go over the top, and it's a turnover. 3 straight turnovers here for the Knights.
Howard to Breckel, Hill for 3. Got it.
And I'm guessing we're going to see a timeout here pretty soon for the Knights.
64-40, Warriors on top. Another tip, another turnover. Hill with it. Breckel spins up and through. Foul's going to go on Fix.
Falls on number 20, Luke Fix, for the Knights. His first.
Fix's mom texted me at halftime, said to shout out her handsome son. I assume that means he's available.
With the headband, too.
Not everybody can get away with it.
Not everybody can pull that off. Freshman Austin Erickson, number 22, out of Janesville, Minnesota, entering the game for the first time for the Knights. along with Sam Hansen and Nate Miller. So it's Erickson, Miller, Hansen, Fix, and Genstead for the Knights. Breckel at the line for 2. He makes the second.
Breckel coming in. Ephraim Elbers coming in to get his first action of the season. Got a great Fu Manchu mustache, but also is kind of an enforcer. Played in most games last year, given quality minutes, just a physical presence in there.
First time tonight that the Warriors called off the dogs here a little bit. No pressure on that inbounds play. We'll run half court. Tough inlet pass from Fix into Genstead there from the top of the key. That's a really tough pass.
Hill downhill, pulls up from 12, got it. 68-34 Warriors.
Had his man on his heels. Erickson's going to bring it up for the Knights. He crosses the division stripe, finds Genstead, high right side, Fix right wing. Nate Miller in the corner for the Knights. He tries to inbound to Genstead, throws it away, but a foul called.
Foul on Elbers with a hold, his first, team second.
Austin Erickson to inbound for the Knights, baseline. He finds Nate Miller in the corner. Nate Miller dribbles left hand, trying to penetrate, fades away. Nothing doing.
Howard slithers through there, gets the board, brings it up uncontested, right wing to Hill. Hill with the bounce feed.
Poked away by Sam Hansen.
Got a tied up ball, a little action down on the floor. Sam Hansen, a pretty solid golfer, yes?
Sam Hansen, an all-conference golfer for the Knights. I'd want him to be my partner in a scramble.
And led his team to a state championship, I believe, at Great Plains,
Lutheran High School. The Hansen family is known as a quality golf family.
Yeah.
No, Sam had a nice season, all conference, was medalist for a few meets this year. Full rounds of 70, 200 par.
Jared Schlittenhardt slipping into the Knight lineup.
Nice to get the rest of the roster in tonight for the Knights. Jared, a 6'3" sophomore out of Westminster, Colorado, went to Rocky Mount Lutheran High School. Jared and Austin, good program guys, good team guys, know their role.
Elbers in there.
Yeah. That's going to be Trey Lauber. Trying to help on the big man, got to do whatever you can.
Try to dig it out. I
Yep.
don't have any problem with that.
Trey Lauber, that's his third foul. Fourth of the half for the Knights.
Wagner comes
Sam
up short.
Hansen. Sam with a rebound. His first board of the night. Erickson bringing it up for MLC. Guarded by Howard. It's Nate Miller across the top of the key. Back to Schlittenhardt. Back to Erickson left wing. Jared swings it over to Nate Miller. He spins, middle of the lane. Jared Schlittenhardt's got to chase it down. Shot clock winding down, 5, 4, 3.
We're gonna have a jump ball.
Yep, tied him up on the jumper. We got Sam Hansen with a bloody nose here. He'll need to get subbed out.
Jaquel Chisholm coming in for the first time for WLC, a sophomore from Pius High School in Milwaukee.
Seth Veers back in for the Knights, taking the place of Sam Hansen. Bloody nose. We had a tie-up there. Should be Knights ball. Last possession on the tie-up went to the Warriors, if I remember correctly. Yep.
Yeah.
MLC to inbound end line, Austin Erickson.
That's
Tries to force it into Seth Veers, stolen away by Howard.
Sorry to the third tied up in this half.
Got
People getting after it, right?
Few bench players coming in, gonna get a little sloppier. A lot of guys gaining some experience right now.
Hill taking it on Miller. Got a foul called.
I hope that was from behind. I thought that was good defense. Yep. Fouls on Nate Miller for the Knights. Nate's first foul of the game. 5th team foul for the Knights.
I know you got a lot of friends out there that are watching this telecast.
I have no friends.
So I figure there's at least 1 million people that could possibly be online right now. I don't know the number of hits that are out there.
Right. I'm sure the internet is clogged right now with people trying to get to this live stream.
But if Doc Wickman and I are in your phone, shoot us a text.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee you we'll read it, but we'll try to get to as many friends
Say
as
hi.
possible.
Shout out a loved one.
Justin Walls wanted to wish us a happy Edmund Fitzgerald Day 48 years ago.
Justin Waltz, Wisconsin Lutheran High School, friend of the program.
Friend of the program for sure. One of the all-time greats in MLC basketball history. Led his team to the, whoa.
Wow. Nate Miller spinning, making something happen there. He
Justin
goes glass.
Walls, Coach Nate Miller in grade school and in high school as well. And now look what he's doing.
The pride of Wisconsin Lutheran High School. Well, that looks tied up as well.
Tied up, Veers up there. Chisholm for 3, just to the right. Elbers with the board.
Another
Elbers
offensive
going
board
up with
for
the right hand.
Second offensive board for the Warriors, sorry. Veers clears for the Knights.
Sam Zabel with the rebound there, checking in, getting his first action as well. Another player from Waukesha West High School, Zabel.
Veers breaks down his man, drives lane, falls down. Loose ball going to Miller, tied up by the Warriors. I can't keep track anymore. I'm glad we have a possession arrow.
Howard went in there to try to dig that ball out, and it was to his left and got it tied up. Carson Robotic, number 10, coming in for the first time for the Warriors. So with 10 minutes left and a little bit of a lead, you're going to see a lot of different players. And to be quite honest, there's still about 6 to 8 players that are still available on the bench.
I think we had to bring out extra chairs for the Warriors tonight on the visitors' sideline.
Chisholm on the drive, takes it to the bucket.
Chisholm with a quick step. Hey, guess what? Guess what, Wayne?
The ball is tied up. And it's going to go to the Knights.
Austin Erickson to bring it up for MLC, the Janesville, Minnesota native. Hands off to Nate Miller, goes to Seth Veers, left wing. Swings it from Schlittenhart to Lauber on the right side. Back to Schlittenhart on the top of the key. Erickson uses a Schlittenhart screen, swings it back to Miller. Three-pointer left corner. No good, ball bounces out of bounds. Warrior ball. Here they come.
Jackson Borkert and Peyton Maratek coming in. Borkert, another one of those guys from Rocky Mountain Lutheran High School, number 35. Maratek from Luxembourg, Wisconsin, Luxembourg Casco High School.
Could have Rocky Mountain on Rocky Mountain here.
Right? There we have it. Robidek looking to the right, ball tipped away. Borkert picks it up, goes to the bucket.
What do we got?
We got an offensive foul.
Trey Lauber draws the offensive foul.
I like Borkert's enthusiasm. First time touching the ball, he's going down to the lane.
Going
he's going
right
to the
rim, baby. Interesting call. That's usually the leads call down the baseline when it involves a secondary defender in the arc like that. But our slot official made the call.
Now you're just showing off.
I'm just showing off. All right, here's Austin Erickson. He avoids a turnover, hands off. Sam Hansen, right wing. Austin Erickson, right corner. Seth Veers swings around to Lauber. He drives lane. Pivots left foot. Finds a nice backdoor cutting Sam Hansen. Sam Hansen for 2. Sam Hansen's first points of the night.
Zabel playing point, taking it all the way to the goal.
Hansen might have gotten a piece of that one. Seth Veers with the rebound. Veers' third rebound to go along with 6 points just in this half. Veers breaks down his man, pulls up from 12, catches nothing. Rebound Chisholm for the Warriors.
Borkert in the post, works it in. At 6'8", tough to handle. Nice left-handed move.
Nice
we got a timeout on the court. Timeout on the court by the Warriors.
Looks like a 30.
One of the interesting things when I talked to Coach Anundsen, we were here 4 years ago. The Knights put up a valiant fight, the game that went right down to the last 5 minutes before the Warriors pulled away, was the atmosphere here at MLC. A little tempered tonight, and not just by the score. The fact that the football team has stepped away, that takes away about 50 guys who would be very enthusiastic and very rambunctious down there.
They were on a bus to North Dakota. Yeah, you'll find everybody in our conference will tell you that. They appreciate how our fans get after it here at games. It's a good time. And the cheerleaders, I believe you might have some history.
Well,
as a cheerleader back in your day for your alma mater.
Yeah, I'd been out there a little bit, you know, very enthusiastic for my fellow schoolmates at the time, bringing hopefully not just the cheers for the team, but also joy and happiness to all those in the stands.
Yeah. Timeouts and you know some skits that get put on, some shenanigans.
Right, great fun.
Sam Hansen with a 3-ball from the corner. He catches nothing, but we've got a foul. We're going the other way. Looks like Jared Schlittenhardt's going to get called for the foul on the rebound, and we'll go the other way. Jared Schlittenhardt gets in the books. You got 5 of them, Wayne.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. Just go for it.
Robotic bringing it up for the Warriors.
Zabel's 13.
Oh, my bad.
Robotic is 10.
Yep. That's why you're here. That's why you're here.
Turnaround. Muratek with a turnaround from 8 feet gets it to go. And again, everybody with some playing time being able to add to it. Balgi with a nice cut.
Yeah. Nice little give and go between Hansen and Balgi. Tom's a strong player. He's going to lead our team this year as a sophomore already.
Borkert for 3.
Oh, my.
Little long.
Big fella.
That's the way the game is played, though, right? Big fellas.
You got to have the inside-outside game.
Right. Opportunity to shoot threes.
Balgi trying to drive lane, loses control. Picked up by Lauber, tipped away, back to Schlittenhardt, high right side, back to Balgi, almost a steal. And there's a fall on Chisholm for the Warriors. Had every chance to pick that one off. Balgi just got back to it in time.
I didn't know if we'd see it, but it looks like Mrs. Wickman is in the crowd tonight.
Oh, hello. Where is she? I do see her up there.
She's up there left, next to Mrs. Gardner.
I thought she'd stay home and listen to the live stream.
No, I thought she made that abundantly clear at dinner that was not going to happen. She would rather watch this live without us talking.
My bride did feed us a fine pregame meal this evening.
Oh, it was great. Chisholm from 12 feet, little floater, knocks it down. 76-40 for the Warriors, 7 minutes.
Luke Fix getting ready to check back in for the Knights.
Really
Balgi
trying to
brings
get
it across, hands off left side. Lauber, left wing, Hansen.
Really trying to get some balanced minutes for the Knights. And obviously the challenge is you got back-to-backers, you know?
Right.
So
everybody plays at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you got to turn it around. You're getting into the game shape yet. Foul on Chisholm again on that inbound feed. 15 foul for the Warriors.
Fix replaces Veers in the lineup for MLC. He'll take the ball out of bounds on the end line. Balgi to inbound for the Knights. Nice screen by Lauber. Schlittenhardt misses the open
Overlays.
layup. Well-run play. Nice interior screening by the Knights.
Cole Biesterfeld in for the Warriors. Chisholm for 3 from long range. That one's wide.
Fix with the rebound for the Knights. Balgi brings it across the timeline. He's going to go all the way to the rim.
Yep. Well, we got 2 people that were challenging that, and I think it could be either one.
I'm going to...
Ooh, it's going to be on Borkert.
I was guessing Biesterfeld, but that's why I'm up here and they're down there.
Now, you got eagle eyes anywhere, from what I can tell.
Tom Balgi at the line for 2.
I never doubt you. President Gurgle in the crowd
Thanks,
tonight.
brother. And his lovely wife, Sue.
Sue, yep.
Somebody mark that down for me that I complimented the president and his bride.
Well done.
I need to score points.
I was a little surprised that the Secret Service isn't here, but that's all right. They like to go incognito most of the time.
Tom Balgi makes 1 of 2. Biesterfeld brings it up for the Warriors.
Chisholm with a nice spin move. 6-footer over Lauber for 2.
Good defense by Trey Lauber. Better basket by Chisholm. Lauber's got it high right side. Drives on Chisholm right wing. Genstead top of the key, looks to penetrate, spins, 14-footer. Just off left, Chisholm rebound.
Robidek bring it up left wing. Feeds it into Elbers in the post. 2 big fellas banging down there. Elbers swings it outside. Chisholm for 3, no good. I admire Tom Balgi being out here today.
Yeah, Tom's going to be a busy boy. He'll get in the car after the game with his dad and drive to Mayville, North Dakota, where he'll meet up with the football team for tomorrow's 4 p.m. kickoff, last game of the season for the Knights.
I hope he gets a Gatorade. He's going to have to stay hydrated. He's got to get out there and play another 3-hour game tomorrow.
Sam Hansen gets his own rebound, knocks it off Biesterfeld. Knights will retain possession.
Trey Leering from Kettle Moraine Lutheran going to get his first run, freshman, along Borkert also returns to the lineup.
Balgi to inbound for the Knights on the end line. He throws it out high to Luke Fix, back to Balgi right wing. He drives off his own foot. Sam Hansen picks it up in the corner, finds Genstead middle of the lane, spins, kicks it out to Trey Lauber right side.
Maratek in there poking it away. Feeds to Borkert, fumbles it. Genstead down there.
Genstead on his knees, gets a timeout call. We're at the 4:39 mark. The score is 78-41 Wisconsin Lutheran College. We're going to go 30-second timeout here for the Knights. Keep things rolling.
As I look out in the crowd, a nice contingency of WLC fans. A lot of parents that made their way here, and obviously with a doubleheader opportunity for back-to-back games.
On behalf of everyone in South Central Minnesota, we want to apologize for the construction on Highway 14.
I believe
someday it's going to be open.
If I went back to my phone, I believe I started asking in May. Is the interstate almost? Is Interstate 14 almost open?
Yes, I can't wait.
Then about 6 weeks ago, you were coming this way, and I said, "Oh, well, it should be a fast ride because
not yet.
The highway's open."
I mean, it must be being paved with golden bars or something.
I came here this week, and I said, "Is the super slab open?" And you're like,
yet.
"Nope." Now the rumor is Monday before Thanksgiving.
That would be awesome.
That's the rumor.
Right?
Will you be traveling?
Yes. No. People are coming to us.
Okay.
That's just said I got to buy a turkey.
Because sometimes you come to my hometown. Your in-laws live in my hometown.
Yep, in the Muskego. Yep.
Fixie for 3.
Nice kick out from Balgi. Fixes 3 is no good. Rebound Biesterfeld. Erickson trying to tear it away. Genstead trying to hip check him. Nothing called. Warriors push ahead.
So we got Noah Wiles in right now, along with Isaiah Switzenberg.
Leering
for 3. No. Borkert getting on the boards. Out of bounds.
Borkert let that one go. I think he thought it was going to be Warrior basketball. Schlittenhardt, I believe, is back in for the Knights. Replaces Ethan Genstead.
Switzenberg.
Genstead, 5 points, 3 rebounds on the night. His night might be over. Austin Erickson drives left side. Weaving it to Luke Fix. Back to Sam Hansen. Tom Balgi swinging at Schlittenhardt. Erickson left side. Balgi top of the key. He pulls up for a 3. It's good. Tom Balgi with a 3-pointer. Nice ball movement there by the Knights.
Why not? I'm playing 2 sports this weekend. I'm going to get a shot up. Let's go.
7 points for Balgi on the night.
Leering for 3. I like his spirit. He's conjuring up the Wayne Chevy spirit. You get in there, you get an opportunity, let's go.
My theme in high school was that I never saw a shot I didn't like, and that the other 4 guys were out there to pass it.
Yep. Wiles kicks it out to Switzenberg for 3. Borkert with the board.
Everybody getting in the act.
Oh, overlays for Borkert. Switzenberg, a part of that state championship team from Luther High School in Onalaska.
My classmate Brad Schopper, head coach in his swan song retirement year.
And then he retires.
Brings home the got to go out on a high note.
Have you bought any Ric Flair wrestling cards from him?
That's his side gig.
Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan seem to be his 2 main guys.
That's his side gig.
They're a little too expensive for me. I don't know if I can afford them.
What a way to go out for Bradley. Bring a gold ball home.
Right? It's fun.
Sam Hansen gets a pass from Balgi in the right wing. His three-pointer's no good.
I think we're going to keep it here.
Schlittenhart tried to get that rebound. Looked like he was being held by Biesterfeld. That's the call. Schlittenhart should get bonus throws. He's already got a foul in the books. It's time to get some points.
Right.
Front end of the bonus is good for Jared. His first points of the night, 78-45 Warriors.
I just want to warn everybody, if there's giggling on this broadcast now, it's because I started reading my phone.
Because you're watching your...
Justin Walls is curious about this. I think it's already been announced.
Been announced here, but I think I'm going to make Justin wait till Monday when it gets published officially.
All right. I like the punishment.
You know, if he would have maybe texted or called me and asked me how it was going, maybe I would have talked to him then, but I got nothing.
Daniel Frausto coming in for the Warriors.
Sideline out of bounds for the Knights, 28-foot line, Sam Hansen with the inbound.
Along with number 31, Brian Ritterott.
Little elevator screen for Austin Erickson, ignored. They tried to get it dumping inside to Balgi. Hansen now lower on the right side. Swings it out deep to Austin Erickson. He'll set up the Knight offense.
One of our correspondents has reported Bethany by 15 with 2 minutes left.
Okay. Tom Balgi takes advantage of the angle. Nice drive. Beats the shot clock. 2 points, Tom Balgi. 8 points on the night for Tom tonight. Looking like he never took a break from basketball. He is smooth. Nice hustle.
Switzenberg pulls up.
Getting after
right,
it.
Ritterott for three. No. Switzenberg going for his first collegiate points. No.
Balgi rebound.
Balgi's coming out of there.
Easy.
Balgi's played some college basketball. He's going to take it right to the bucket.
Oh, boy.
He plays linebacker. He doesn't care.
Yep.
He's feeling it. We got a tied up ball. That's about the 8th jump ball in the game. I referee with Ryan Breckel's brother, Kevin, and so he would be a guy who would call that many jump balls in a game, I think. So
we're definitely allowing some physicality here down the stretch. But it's been equal. Both teams being physical on the glass and in the open court.
Ritterott with the turnaround. No
rebound,
dice.
Jared Schlittenhart. Ooh. I think we were worried about something there. Oh. Fix to Erickson, back to Fix. Little frustration.
Yeah. And again, I think that's the heart you see from the Knights team. They're going to keep coming at you throughout the course of the game. You know, even a simple turnover like that in a game that, or at a score that is inconsequential now, you still want to put your best effort forward. And really, you're getting ready for tomorrow as well, right?
Right. Yeah, Tom Balgi's going to stay in the game and get as much basketball in him as he can. He's not here for tomorrow's game against MSOE. Like we said, he'll be off to the football game. Give him some minutes. Get his basketball feet under him. Tom Balgi gets his man up in the air.
I think with a minute left, I think you got to acknowledge somebody who we know is watching on the live stream tonight. Special thanks to Mr. Kurt Steffen, being an inspiration to both of us, really.
Oh, my goodness. I can't tell you, Kurt, how much it means to us that you were tuning in tonight, texting us beforehand, making sure that we got our pregame preparation done.
He was our correspondent, too. He was helping the team.
Yeah.
Falls on Biesterfeld.
Austin Erickson with a chance to get his name in the scorebook tonight. He'll go to the line for 2.
I want to thank you for letting me be a part of the action, and to the administration of Martin Luther College.
We need to really thank Adam Hussman, our sports information director, who, when I asked permission to do this, said, absolutely. Obviously, he doesn't know us very well.
Right, yeah.
He may never make that mistake again.
He just hears random talking and says what could go wrong, and obviously, I survived last week. I was in front of 1 million people on stage at a Choral Fest. You know what that's like. You've been there as well.
Like.
About 1 million people, and I did not get fired.
Right.
And I think tonight I'm going to survive once again. So
time winding down here. Warriors will let the clock go. Our final score is going to be 78-49 Warriors. We'll give you some final stats here, everybody, as soon as we can pull them in from the table. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see Coach Anundson and Coach Holtzeder with a little handshake after the game. Good luck to the Warriors in their season as they seek a NAC title.
And good
trying
luck.
to take down St. Norbert this year.
And certainly best wishes and best skill to the Knights as they embark on this season. Work hard, play hard. Bunch of kids who are going into ministry who I'm going to have the privilege of calling colleagues down the line and love watching them and seeing them in action. A number of them went to school with my children as well, so just a great time to see them and catch up with them as well.
Good stuff, lots of sportsmanship, some good basketball, good start for both teams.
Are you working tomorrow?
I'd be interested. No.
Are you working? You've already been fired?
Working in my office, I think, tomorrow, but that's about it. I might venture over to Mankato and watch another Lutheran matchup. Could be some good basketball.
It's going to be some good basketball.
Well, I'll let you look at the WLC stats, and I'll take a peek at the MLC ones here, and we'll try to knock them out.
One of the benefits of spreading the lead early was load management, I guess you could say. For the starters for WLC, 22 minutes for Breckel, 22 minutes for Getz, 22 for Stoltz, Heffley with 19, Voss with 14, and then a number of people getting some additional, many more minutes than they have in the past. Breckel with 12 points and 9 rebounds. Heffley with 10 points and 3 assists and 2 steals. Stoltz with 11 points, 2 rebounds, 4 steals. Voss with 8 points and 7 total rebounds. Getz with 6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. Howard with 4. Wagner with 4. Dom Hill, freshman, first action, 4 for 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from the line, or from 3-point line, 4 for 5 from the stripe, 13 points, leading all scorers tonight.
That'll get the coach's attention
in his collegiate debut. So, Lubke with a bucket, Chisholm with 4, Mrotek with 2, Borkert with 2, and everybody getting at least 2.5 minutes of play tonight for the Warriors. And when you have a roster in the 20s, that's a little bit of a challenge. But again, a good opportunity to get so many people in the game tonight.
Perfect first game for the Warriors. For the Knights, our leading scorers, those are the ones that we're going to expect all year. 3 leading scorers from last year returning. You got Balgi with 12, Kieselhorst with 8, Veers with 8, Jenstead with 7, Miller chipped in. Jenstead with 5, Miller chipped in with 7 of his own. Those are going to be the 5 guys that carry us this year. But the story of the game, look at the rebounding total, 43-29 on the glass for the Warriors. And most importantly, 19-6 offensive boards. That was the difference in the game. Turnovers for the Knights, 20 turnovers for MLC, only 9 for the Warriors. I'm guessing Coach Anundson would be happy with 9 turnovers a game for us, throughout the season. And then that translates into points off turnovers and second chance points. So points off turnovers for the Warriors, 23 versus just 5 for the Knights. And second chance points based on that rebounding mismatch, second chance points, 17 second chance points for the Warriors. That was definitely the difference in the game. You got a 18-point differential on turnovers, 10-point differential on second chance points from those offensive rebounds. That's your story. And
Anundson's going to be your consummate coach, and he's going to look for all the things that the Warriors can do better. 7 for 29 for 24% from 3. This team will not survive many teams in our league if you are shooting that percentage.
Yeah, and I hope that's the combination of maybe a couple of things. Maybe it's just the first game for the Warriors. Maybe it's a gym that they're not used to. But maybe it's some good pressure defense by the Knights. Wayne and I were talking before the game. You'll never see this Knight team quit. They'll give 110% effort at all times. I saw that all the way to the end of final buzzer of the game. Yeah, overall percentages for the Knights. I don't think we'd feel bad about shooting 44% in the first half, 40% for the second half. Game total 42% from the field. Probably got to inch that a little bit closer to to the 50% mark, but I'm kind of bumming about that free throw percentage. 43% from the charity stripe. That's never going to cut it. If you look at the Warriors shooting 72% from the line tonight, that's how you get her done.
26 more shots by the Warriors, you know, and again, second chance points, all the things that go along with that.
Think of the start of that second half. I think we had five straight possessions where it was maybe on the first or second pass in the inbounds on that full court pressure, stolen, quick bucket. You know, that.
And
that
the Knights had got a couple of baskets to cut it to 20. It was 24 at halftime, and they got a couple of buckets, and you're like, okay, here we go. You know, get some turnovers, get some stops, make some baskets, and then, it was like 10 or 12 points that were just like that, and that kind of put it away. So.
Yep, I think all you're doing is hearing us. The camera's off. You can still see the score. Final score here from New Ulm, Minnesota, 78-49.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you hire.
Hey, I just got a chat. I just got a text from Justin Waltz.
Yeah.
So did you.
Huh.
Wow. How about that?
Nicely done. You're gonna have to find out what he's gonna look at the call report at 1:30 on Monday to find out what you did.
Hey, Justin, my address ain't changing, brother. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Warrior fans, enjoy tomorrow's game at Bethany Lutheran College. Knight fans, tune back in tomorrow. It's a 2 o'clock tip-off. MLC Knights versus MSOE. Take care. We'll see you soon. You were watching MLC Knights basketball on the Night Vision YouTube page.